the poem Childhood. 40 questions are going to be there. So take a rough notebook, write the counting till 40, and be ready to write the option numbers. In the end, you'll be checking your answers with the answers that I'll provide. And there's also going to be a bonus tip for you in the end. So let's get started. But before that, if you haven't revised these chapters, so revise the chapter first. This is the thumbnail for Summer of the Beautiful White Horse, and this is the thumbnail for the poem Childhood. Go and revise this and then take this test. Also, there is going to be a bonus tip that I've already told you. Now, check the playlist also for the explanations. These are the other explanations that have already been uploaded, explanations with question banks and self evaluation test. So, be ready to revise all of them. So, question number one. So, you have to choose the correct option for the questions given below. Looking out of the window, what could Adam not believe? I'm not going to read the options, so you can pause at the slide and then read the options and write your answer. Second is Murad enjoyed being alive means. Third one, what wonderful part did Adam talk about? You have to select your answer. Fourth one, we were dash first, dash next, and after that we believed in right and wrong. So you have to fill in these blanks according to the Adam's description about his tribe. Fifth one, Adam let Murad ride alone under one condition. So what was that condition? For Adam, it was not stealing till, so you have to write. Who was considered the natural descendant of crazy streak in the tribe? Eighth one, Murad was the son of. Ninth, the distribution of the various kinds of spirit of our tribe had been from the beginning capricious and vagrant. So you have to give the meaning of capricious and vagrant as used here. Tenth one, Murad had a way with. 11th, what did Murad shout when he kicked his heels into the horse? 12th one, when Aram rode the horse instead of running across the field to the irrigation ditch went into, so where did the horse go? 13th one, by what age according to Murad Aram would reach an understanding like him with a horse? 14th one, who was John Brio? 15th, what were the characteristic remarks of Uncle Khusru? 16th, what was troubling John Brio? 17th, at last Murad agreed to keep the horse for. 18th one, John Brio studied the horse eagerly because. Now, if you find that I am going a little quick, so you can pause at the slide and read the options. 19th, the story, The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse. So, what it portrays or what it brings out, you have to read the options and then decide. 20th is, what name did Murad give to his horse? 21st, by saying tooth for tooth, John Brio meant. 22nd, John Brio calls it a twin of his horse because. 23rd, when the boys went to return the horse, they were followed by. 24th, the poem Childhood is about. 25th, what couldn't the poet find in geography? So you have to decide your answer. 26th, where can one find hell and heaven? 27th, was that the day? So which day is the poet talking about? 28th, when did the poet lose his childhood? 29th, to use whichever way I choose. So identify the literary device used in this line. 30th, producing thoughts that were not those of other people. So producing thoughts has been used as a dash in the above line. 31st, was that the day? So an exclamation at the end of this sentence signifies poets. So you have to decide. 32nd, where does the poet think his childhood had gone? Next one, what did the poet realize about adults? 34th, the poet discovered his individuality. So when? So you have to decide. 35th, example of antithesis in the poem is. Then, the process of growing up involves. 37th, what is the tone of the poem? 38th, in the poem, the poet has used childhood to symbolize. 39th, who is the poet of the poem Childhood? And last question, but my own and mine alone. So, what is the poet calling his own here? So, these are the options. I hope that you've written all the answers. Now you can check your answers with the answers that I'm going to provide. So, these are the answers for the first 10. So, you can check, pause here, After that, move on to the next 10. Now, before that, question number 5. So, in case you are confused with the answer of question number 5, the question is Aram let Murad write a loan under one condition. So, these are the four options. Now, here it may seem that B and C both are correct. But in the story, at this point, they do not talk about keeping a secret. So, if you can go back to the story, you can open the chapter, refer page number 4. So there is no mention about keeping a story. Aram just wants to ride alone, so that is the condition that he puts. So that is why the answer is that he would let him ride alone. Now next, so these are the answers from 11 to 20. You can pause and check. Now 21 to 30th. And here, 22nd question. John Bryle calls it a twin of his horse because these are the options. Now, here again, it may seem that B and C, that honesty won and he wanted to give boys a chance. That is correct. But if we again read the chapter, so John Bryle does not talk about, or even there is no mention that he is thinking of giving a chance to the boys. So it is we, the readers, who feel that maybe this is also one thing in the back of the mind of John Bryle. So we cannot correct the D option, but we can always write it in our answers. If there is a question that why John Bryle doesn't claim it when he comes to know that it is his horse, so there we can give it as a point by beginning it with perhaps, because it is our perception. So perhaps this is also one reason why John Bryle doesn't claim the horse. But here in this case, we cannot correct it. So I hope that it's clear. So now the next 31 to 40th, these are the answers. And I told you I'll be giving you a bonus tip. So it's time for that. So here is that. Now, was it the time I realized that hell and heaven? Now, in this line, so this hell and heaven is quite important. So, first, we've already done that it is used as antithesis, the literary device. So, it's given in the explanation of the poem. But it is also an allusion. Now, how? Now, allusion is when a piece of writing tries to hint at a person or a thing or some literature or art. It is when we hint at something and we expect that the other person will understand what are we actually trying to say. So in that sense, hell and heaven here, it is used in reference to biblical faith, Christianity. So that there's a belief that sinners, they go to hell and good souls, they rest in peace in heaven. So it is the faith. So poet in the poem, by referring to hell and heaven, is talking about the faith that child has developed. So he has been told to have this faith, but as he grows, he gets educated, he has rational thoughts, and then he realizes that hell and heaven, they do not exist. So the poet grows and he finds that his faith is broken because of his rational thoughts. So this is again allusion, a reference to faith, biblical faith. Now then, why H is capital in both hell and heaven? Now this is because they are used as proper nouns here, names of specific places. So whether they really exist or not, but these are names of specific places, like in stories. So there are fictitious places that are created by the writers, but still, since they are places, they're proper nouns. So they begin with a capital letter. So I hope this is clear and you've scored well. So I hope it was helpful. Do subscribe to the channel so that I keep on posting such MCQs and question banks for your reference. Give this video a thumbs up and happy watching. Bye for now.